everyone! Ever wondered just how far people will go for food? Prepare yourselves for a stomach-churning journey into the culinary abyss. Today, we're diving deep into the world's most bizarre and, let's be honest, downright disgusting dishes. If you're easily queasy, you might want to click away now. We're about to show you things you'll never unsee, or rather, untaste in your mind. From fermented oddities to creations that might induce instant regret, let's get started on this truly unforgettable and possibly nauseating food adventure. The world of food is as diverse as it is, well, strange. Every culture boasts its own seemingly normal dishes that can appear utterly bizarre to outsiders. But then there are those culinary creations that go beyond mere unusual and boldly stake their claim as some of the most repulsive foods on the planet. Let's kick off our gastronomic exploration in Asia, a continent that's no stranger to exotic and sometimes shocking delicacies. Ready to have your perception of food challenged? 1. Balut. Philippines, Vietnam, Cambodia. Imagine a boiled duck egg. But inside, a partially developed embryo complete with a beak, feathers, and cartilage. Balut isn't just food, it's an experience. For locals, it's a protein-rich delicacy, sometimes seasoned with salt, vinegar, or chili. They say the broth inside is particularly flavorful, but the very thought of eating an unborn bird shudders. 2. Hakarl. Iceland. We journey to the chilly landscapes of Iceland, where we encounter hakarl, fermented meat of the Greenland or basking shark. Fresh shark meat is actually toxic due to its high urea content. So, Icelanders devised a unique preparation method. The shark is buried underground for several months, then hung to dry in the open air for several more. The result? A product with an intense ammonia smell and a distinct fishy taste, often described as rotten cheese mixed with ammonia. Locals swear it's a delicacy, especially when paired with Brennivin, a local schnapps. But for the uninitiated, even the smell of hakarl can be a serious challenge. 3. Kiviak, Greenland. Staying in the realm of fermentation, we head to Greenland for Kiviak, arguably one of the most extreme items on our list. Picture hundreds of small birds, auks, stuffed whole into a sealed carcass, sealed with fat, and then buried underground for months, sometimes up to 2 years. During this time, the birds ferment into a pate. Kiviak is eaten by plucking the birds and sucking out the fermented insides. The taste is described as intensely gamey and, well, rotten. It's a traditional winter food for the Inuit people, helping them survive the harsh Arctic conditions. But for most of us, it sounds like something out of a horror film. 4. Casu Marzu, Sardinia, Italy. Now, let's travel to sunny Sardinia, Italy, where we find Casu Marzu, rotten cheese. And no, that's not a metaphor. It's literally sheep milk cheese that's intentionally infested with live cheesefly larvae. The larvae digest the fats in the cheese, giving it a soft, runny texture and a unique flavor. Casu Marzu is often eaten with the live maggots still inside, though some prefer to remove them. The cheese has a very strong, pungent taste and a sharp, ammonia-like aroma. Due to health regulations, its sale is officially prohibited, but it can still be found on the black market and in some households. They say it's an aphrodisiac. Would you dare to try? 5. Century egg, Monk Pidan. China. Back to Asia, this time to China for the century egg, or Pidan. Despite its name, it's not actually 100 years old. Typically, duck, chicken, or quail eggs are preserved in a mixture of clay, ash, salt, lime, and rice hulls for several weeks or months. The result is a dark brown or black egg white with a jelly-like consistency and a dark green or gray yolk with a creamy texture. The smell of a century egg is quite distinctive, often likened to ammonia and sulfur. The taste is described as earthy and slightly salty. In China, Pidan is considered a delicacy and is often served as an appetizer or an ingredient in various dishes. However, its appearance and smell can be off-putting to many Westerners. 6. Natto, Japan. Continuing our Asian culinary adventure, we arrive in Japan to encounter natto, fermented soybeans. Natto possesses a very strong and pungent odor, often compared to old socks or even rotten fish. But the real challenge for many is its slimy, sticky, and stringy texture. Despite its off-putting characteristics, natto is considered a very healthy food in Japan, rich in protein and vitamin K2. It's typically eaten for breakfast with rice, soy sauce, and mustard. While its smell and appearance might deter some, many Japanese appreciate its unique flavor and health benefits. 7. Paniki, bat soup, Indonesia, Philippines. Let's fly over to Southeast Asia, where in certain regions of Indonesia and the Philippines, bat soup, or paniki, is a popular dish. The soup is made by boiling whole bats, often with coconut milk, spices, and vegetables. The sight of a whole bat, sometimes with its wings spread, floating in a bowl can be quite shocking for the uninitiated. The meat is described as stringy and with a gamey flavor. Furthermore, bats can carry various diseases, making the consumption of this dish quite risky. 8. Balut Tagak, Philippines. We're back in the Philippines, but this time with an even more extreme version of balut. Balut Tagak. This is a fertilized egg of a swamp hen, Tagak, that is incubated for a longer period than regular balut. As a result, the embryo inside is even more developed, with clearly distinguishable beak, feathers, bones, and even organs. The size of the embryo can reach 5 to 7 centimeters. Balut Tagak is eaten in the same way as regular balut, directly from the shell. The taste is said to be richer and more gamey. This dish is considered even more exotic and repulsive than its duck egg counterpart. 9. Mopane worms, Southern Africa. Our culinary journey takes us to Africa, where we encounter mopane worms, the caterpillars of the Gonimbrasia bellina moth, found on Mopane trees. These caterpillars are harvested by hand, then dried in the sun or smoked. In their dried form, they become crispy and are a rich source of protein. In some regions of southern Africa, mopane worms are a vital food source. They are eaten as a snack, added to stews, or cooked with vegetables. The taste is described as earthy and slightly woody. While the thought of eating caterpillars might be unappealing to many Westerners, they are a common and nutritious food for the local population. 10. Haggis, Scotland. Our final stop on this bizarre food tour is Scotland, where we encounter haggis, a national dish that many foreigners find rather peculiar. Haggis consists of a sheep's pluck, heart, liver, and lungs, minced with oatmeal, onions, and spices, all encased in the sheep's stomach lining. The appearance and the fact that it's cooked inside an animal's stomach can be off-putting to some. However, Scots are fiercely proud of haggis and consider it a true delicacy. It's often served on Burns night with neeps and tatties, mashed turnips and potatoes. Well, folks, what did you think of our delicious tour of the world's most unusual foods? It's safe to say that culinary traditions vary wildly across the globe, and what's considered a delicacy in one place might be a nightmare on a plate in another. But that's what makes our world so fascinating. Let us know in the comments below which of these dishes you found the most disgusting, or perhaps you've encountered something even more unique? Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more captivating and eye-opening videos.